Bitch, because fuck that. I need another 10 minutes. I went up for Malaysia back in the day because I felt like she was the underdog. You know, she started off, she was kind of fat, out of shape or whatever. She had just had the babies. And then that long tooth that she had. I can't talk about nobody's teeth. But girl, that tooth was long. It was long. Like one tooth was over here and the other tooth was like this. It was like that. Like Malaysia, that tooth was there. It was like toothy. Little tooth. It was like Toothasia. Toothasia. Like Malaysia, Toothasia. Teacher. Teacher. It was teethsha. Bitch, if that tooth was there, honey. Teethsha. Toothsha. Toothsha. I don't know. I ain't even trying to do all of that because that bitch bomb as fuck. Malaysia bomb as fuck and she give me life. You have become, like, it reminds me of, like, Michael Jackson. Like, you just, bitch, you're so weird. It's like, why don't you just cover your face up with the fucking hijab and all of that shit and cover this part of your life up and, like, stick your baby outside the balcony with a blanket over his head. Like, it's just the guarded, weird, like, bitch, stop. If you weren't doing shit that you had to hide from, you wouldn't be hiding your kids from the world and hiding your world from the kids. Like, and I don't like that shit. The reason why people went after your children is because we haven't seen them since they've been born. Matter of fact, we didn't even see the motherfucking kids when they was born. Excuse me, Malaysia. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to because I know how sensitive and childish you are. Like when Shawnee said, like, there's no substance. When they talked about y'all being immature and all of that, like, it's so true. Like, the shit that you be bothered about be so fucking trivial. And I feel like Shawnee was dealing with you on the business side of things and having to convince you to do shit. I feel like Shawnee purposely crashed y'all motherfucking show just to tell you that. It don't have nothing to do with the fact that y'all didn't need 2 shows when these bitches back and forth from LA to Miami and New York anyway. No, it didn't have nothing to do with that. I'm just serious. But what I'm saying is, Malaysia, like, girl, get off the show already. You ain't giving us nothing. You couldn't give us nothing with your husband besides the fact that that was your husband. When the divorce came, it was what it was. But we don't know how to take you. We don't know how to feel for you because you never shared your life. It would be different if you and your husband and your children was always in the screen and then boom, they wasn't and you was divorcing your husband and all of this. Then we could cry, bitch. We could cry with you. We could break out the motherfucking tissues, bitch, and do that. But the fact that you sit over here did you ever say that my kids were dirty? And all of this shit, like, it's like, girl, kill that shit. Kill that shit. How hard you're trying to go on Jackie. Like, you keep making, you know that Jackie is fucking, she's like that old auntie that drink a little too much, and when she drink a little too much, she starts spraying you and talking her shit or whatever, or she get in her moods and she be in rare form or whatever. Jackie is that bitch, but Jackie is also the bitch who will go up for you, bitch. Any event that you have, she will be there to support. Any charity events that you have, she will be there to support financially. Anything that she's having, she wants you to be here. Even with this shit with Shawnee leaving and going to live in Houston or whatever the fuck she finna start a new franchise of fucking basketball wives at, bitch. And you know Houston is popping right now because you know. So, I mean, that's on some other shit because I be watching basketball with my zoo. So, I know Houston is popping right now, okay? So, it only makes sense that you go out there and scout you some new girls. Like, bitch, and the saga continues. No matter if you bitches stay, go, fold, whatever the fuck, Shawnee is going to find a way to make that dollar. You see she got Lamar fucking Odom. Girl, the ex-wife, the first wife, girl, the high school sweetheart wife, the girl who was there when your high school education was not matching your college education, when your college education was not mixing and matching and up to par, honey. And as quiet as kept, I was looking at her like, girl, was you doing crack with him? But like, I also, when she came through the door and I knew she was supposed to be somebody, I'm like, come through BBW on BBW. Like, yes, finally a BBW on BBW. Not no out of shape Tammy looking bitch. And sorry, Tammy, I said it. It is what it is. Whatever, girl. Put your bonnet on to read me. It don't matter. The point is, like, she a real BBW girl, real thick, real swell. And when I was first watching it, I guess my internet was messing up a little bit because the screen was a little fuzzy, and I was looking at it, I was like, is that the girl from last season that they tried to get a makeover to, and she was all broken up about it because she was fat, and the sister said that she was having miscarriages instead of losing babies and stuff. But then I was like, no, that's Lamar Odom's first wife, girl. And I'm like, oh, she finna give up. Oh, girl, we finna hear Lamar Odom name so motherfucking much, girl, and it's so sad. But I also feel like she can handle her own. I feel like she coming in cute and nice and stuff right now because she being introduced to the girls that's in charge of the girls. Because Shani and Evelyn is in charge of the girls, period, honey. Shani and Evelyn is in charge of the girls, nigga. Yeah. Huh. Motherfucking Jennifer Lewis, bitch. Yeah, Shani and Evelyn is in charge of the girls. Tammy thinks she in charge of the girls, but girl, you is the security, girl. You is the mama. You the one with the belt, honey. You ain't in charge of the girls like you think you in charge of the girls. These girls just scared of you. Anyway, y'all. Malaysia gonna act like a punk ass bitch. Like, oh my God, everything that Jackie did. I'm just so, I know I said I love her, but I don't want to be stuck in this situation. Bitch, you should have just ate it and had a real conversation with her. You should have told her to her face. Bitch, you really should be groveling while you sitting over here looking at that menu, acting like you can't speak, how? And then I would have made my exit. But anyway, y'all. I'm going to get into that a little bit more depth later. My husband just pulled up, and I don't feel like getting cussed the fuck out. So, bye.